Hello and welcome back to the channel for another video. Been a while, so I thought I would make a Poppy video. This time we are going to rank Poppy's unreleased songs. Also, if you are new here, don't forget to subscribe and like the video, it helps out a lot. Also, I know that this doesn't have all of them, but this was made by someone and it means that I don't have to go and make my own, so I'm going to use it. I had heard some of these prior to this video, but I went and listened to all the rest and I put in like a little spreadsheet what I thought. So I will talk you through them. Of course, your opinion will differ from mine. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. This video was also somewhat suggested by someone in the comments. They have uploaded all of these songs. For that reason, I'm not going to mention them because Poppy's very strict on taking this stuff down, but thanks to them. So we're going to start with Winona Ryder, which I hadn't heard prior to making this video. I went and listened to it and I thought that it deserved a medium. I know that it's very well liked in the community, but that's just my thoughts. Next we have Boss, which is another one that I hadn't heard. I thought it was alright and I thought it also deserved a medium. Now this might be where my bias comes into it. I had heard Cheerleader before and I very much enjoyed it and I thought that it deserves a place in the favorites. Same with Double X Girlfriend, really enjoyed the song. Fountain of Youth I hadn't heard, but it was actually pretty decent and it is going to go in the good category. Also, these are all separated by albums. This lot is the Bubble Bath section. Next up we have Guns and Gold, which was originally I think known as Everybody Wants It All, and if I remember correctly, Taytay Sinclair said it did not exist. It leaked and it is one of my favourite Poppy songs of all time. In fact, I have it on my iPod, and yes, I still listen to an iPod. I hadn't heard Girls before, but it was pretty decent, and it goes in the good category. I'm not going to rearrange these by like the best medium song, the best good song, and my favourite of the favourites. I'm just gonna put them in categories that I see fit. Next we have Golden Gate, which I spoke about in a deleted video. I really enjoyed this song. It goes in the good category. It should kind of be in the favorites, but I wrote it down as good. Heavy Metal, I thought that this was just the cover of Metal by Gary Newman, but it turns out that it's actually not. I hadn't heard it, but I quite enjoyed it, and it goes in good. Jealous is here, and I absolutely love this song and it goes in favorites for me. I Heart Poppy, I didn't think I had heard, but I actually had and I quite enjoyed it and it goes in the good category. Little Psycho would probably go as my number one favorite. Absolutely love the song. Numb, I hadn't heard before. Sorry, these actually aren't in order, but I thought it was pretty decent and it goes in the good category for me. Pyromaniac is just great. I love Pyromaniac. New York, by the way, is going to go in Have Not Heard because it's an instrumental and there's like 2 or 3 of these in this list and I just don't think it's fair to really rank the instrumentals. Next we have Renegade, which I hadn't heard previously and I put that in medium. Sweetheart I also hadn't heard, but I thought that it belonged in the good category along with Spare Key and also Sugar. So this is what we have for the Bubble Bath unreleased songs, or the ones that were in this tier list at least. Let me know, how am I going so far? Next we have the unreleased songs from Am I a Girl, or some of them at least. And Am I a Girl, I think it's a decent album. It's not my favourite. I definitely am biased towards the Bubble Bath era because it's a lot more happy and such. I didn't think I'd heard Knockoff. I didn't think I'd heard any of the Am I a Girl ones, but turns out I actually had, and Knockoff goes into medium for me. Good to me. I had heard and I really enjoy it, and it goes in good for me. Relic is, well, what I found was the instrumental demo for Time Is Up. Yeah, I don't count it. Blush, I found 2 different copies of this. One was with Taytay Sinclair and the other was with Garibay, and I listened to the Garibay one and that's what this is based off and I really enjoyed it. I think it goes into the good section. Sorry, we have too many in the good section that I had to zoom out. So now we have a few from Poppy.computer, and we have this instrumental, which, as you know, goes down to the Have Not Heard section. And then we have Rocket Science. Some of these are a bit difficult to read. Don't worry, it's not just you. I thought that this goes in medium. I don't know if I'd heard it before. Roll Me, I'm pretty sure I had heard before, and that is why I put it in good. Talk About It. Some of these are from, I think, the Bubble Bath sessions, but they were just with this photo, so they're just a different section of this video. So Talk About It for me goes in the good section, as the majority of these for the entire video do. Maniac also goes in the good section. Everything I Know Is Wrong is another rare addition to the medium list. Explode, I heard sometime, was it like last year, or well, when it actually leaked, I heard it, I think, and it is a favorite of mine. Helium, or High on Helium, I think is what I saw it as when I listened to it. I believe they're the same song. I hadn't heard it before, but I think that it is a medium. So the last two, we have Do You Miss Me, which I had heard before and thoroughly enjoyed, so much so that it goes into favorites. And last but not least, we have All My Fault, which also goes into favorites. Now, if you're wondering why there's nothing in the bad section, I was actually tempted to delete the bad section, because although there's some in this medium section that I don't enjoy very much, I would listen to them over 95+% of artists that are on the radio or that I usually listen to. And some of them you can tell are just kind of not fully polished. And so because of that, I feel like they don't deserve to go into the bad because they weren't fully like realized. And all of these are like B-sides and stuff, and they weren't like fully polished. I mean, some of them sound like they are, like Little Psycho and Jealous and Guns and Gold, for example. They all sound like they're properly done, they just weren't on an album. But yeah, I don't think that any of these are bad, which is why there's none in the bad section. Let me know your thoughts. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Surely you disagree. That's kind of how humans are. We don't all agree on the same things. Also, let me know in the comments if you want a Mars Argo version. I have written down the unreleased Mars Argo songs. There's very few of them, but I could do that if you wanted. I just thought I'd make this because it's been a while since I made a Poppy video and some people were asking about them. Like if you enjoyed, and I shall see you soon for more content. Peace.